This company fucking sucks. I think their product is absolute shit. You should not be eating fake meat. You should be eating the real thing. But look at this. Their stock is up 127% today. And I think we might be on the verge of a short squeeze. So in this video, I'm going to show you exactly what the technical is looking like and how we could possibly take advantage of a really quick short-term gain. Also, we're going to take a look at the short float and look at the options market. The options market is absolutely insane today. All up an average of like 1,000%. One of the other option is up around 2,300%. So I'm going to show you some interesting options trade too that we can potentially take advantage of. I want to clarify off the bat that this is not one of those undervalued stocks that I bring you that I know like, okay, that you could just have your capital in and you know that it's going to go up like a couple of 100% in like a month or 2 months. I think this company was almost on the verge of bankruptcy, but look at this article. So Beyond Meat shares jump after debt exchange settlement triggers short squeeze. So that's the reason why we're seeing this like massive 100% jump in price today. But what I want to show you, if you take a look at the daily chart, you see like the volume is insane. So whenever a volume like this comes in, that's not benign. That means like the price may continue to move up, which I will dig into later in this video and show you how to take advantage of a potential short-term trade. The massive volume is nothing to like ignore or take lightly. Like this means, okay, in the short term at least, the price is going to continue to rise. And we might be on the cusp of a short squeeze. This might be like the first day of a short squeeze, which is very, very possible because if we take a look at the short float information, you see like the short float is 63%, which is disgustingly high, which is like they should have been bankrupt. But now that they have this debt restructuring settlement and they're not going bankrupt, what do you think is going to happen to all these short sellers? Like more than half the company is shorted. I think this 100% increase was just day one of a potential nasty short squeeze. Because another thing I look at is like you have to look at the short ratio too. The short ratio is also incredibly high. So I'm going to explain to you really quick what the short ratio means. So for instance, say the short float was like 63% and the short ratio was like 0.5 or 1, that would mean okay, even though the company is shorted to hell, it would take the short sellers like less than a day based on the trading volume to potentially cover their position. But the short ratio being 10, which is like incredibly high. I haven't seen a short ratio this high in a minute. That means there isn't enough trading volume for the short sellers to start covering their position in time. So we really have to analyze it in detail and note that, okay, this was last updated September 30, which means like as of September 30, there wasn't enough trading volume for short sellers to cover their position. But if we take a look at the chart, since then there is more volume that came in, like there's way more buyers. Maybe the updated short ratio would be down, but I can't see it being less than 5. But since that day, a lot more volume has come in. It might take short sellers like less than that, maybe like a week. So we can potentially see the short squeeze last until the end of the week. And now I'm going to show you what a possible trade would be. So we take a look at the 45-minute chart. We got a buy signal right here. It's above the 50-day moving average. And you see like this gap right here, it hasn't closed this gap. So a super easy trade, like what I feel very confident saying will happen next, especially if the short squeeze continues, is that it will at least trade up to this moving average. It will at least trade up to this moving average. So we have another solid 39% to take advantage of. After it trades up to this moving average, it could get rejected and just bounce right back off and maybe settle down here again somewhere. But this is what I'm telling you. This is not an undervalued stock that I usually bring you. The chart doesn't look that appealing to me, especially when we take a look at the daily chart. It doesn't look that appealing. Like the moving averages are on a downslope. So it is still long-term, like on a downtrend. But short-term, I'm showing you how we can potentially play it, especially if we take a look at the options market. So you see like massive volume in the options market. October 24 is a pretty risky options play. Like it's already the IV, the implied volatility is already incredibly inflated. So I don't think you're going to have much luck like taking advantage of another like 100% gain, even 100 or 50% gain on the call options for this week. But if you wanted to potentially do an options play, like I'm going to show you a possibly interesting one. So if there's interest in this video and the analysis I'm making, please let me know by giving this video a like. Let's get this video to 100 likes at least. and comment. Please keep us updated on Beyond Stock, because I think there could be a potential interesting options play around earnings. Earning, so we're going to get earnings on November 5th. And let's take a look at the options market for around that time. So November 7th, which is like going to be cutting it really close. So you see November 7th, again, the IV is very inflated, but I would wait to see what the market does tomorrow, see if it comes up and touches the 45-minute moving average that I just showed you. But it could be interesting to play some options, like once the IV goes back down. So wait for everything to settle. Like, don't just jump into it like when you're watching this video tomorrow or the day after. Wait for look at the IV volatility on for November 7th. Take a note of what it is right now and wait for it to come back down to maybe around like 200, 300%. And at that point, the bid ask will also go down. So for the $2 strike price, or like maybe even the 150 strike price, if it goes down to, like, say, 35 cents, it could be an interesting play for the November 7th, because now that they have restructured their debt, and this is just one news article, I wonder on earnings, like, if they'll have some more good news to, like, potentially keep the short squeeze going. So there is some interesting options play around earnings, but we'll have to figure that out closer to earnings. But even on the daily, let's take a look at the daily. So I showed you on the 45, like, where a price could potentially go to. And overall, again, I don't think this is an undervalued stock. I think the short squeeze is interesting, but with many short squeeze, we can see the price like go up another 2, 3, 400%. Like, we could potentially from here see the price go all the way up to like $3.17 and $3.17, and at least touch this 200-day moving average on the daily chart, and then we'll see like a trend line, something like this, because you see like how it topped right here, and then we can see a trend line, something like this. So that would technically still be considered a short squeeze, but after that, it might just keep getting rejected because the moving averages looks terrible. The moving averages look absolutely terrible. It's on a downslope right here. For it to be considered technically undervalued, you would have to see like a moving average look like this. Like, it would have to, this would have to at least settle, and this would maybe, yeah, this 50-day moving average would have to be on an upslope. So this is what the moving average would have to look like for it to be considered technically be like a good buy, because we're on the verge of a golden cross, but we're nowhere near a golden cross on the daily, on the 4-hour, nowhere near it. Even on the 45-minute chart, nowhere near a golden cross. On the 15-minute, potentially. See that? On the 15-minute, potentially. So if you want to play this short term, like I'm talking like a day or two, like know when to exit. If you want to play the short term, use the 45-minute and 15-minute together. Again, nothing is financial or trading advice. Please do your own research. I am just giving you the education, and I'm showing you what I am personally seeing on the charts and how I would personally play it. So use the 45-minute. So use the 45-minute and the 15-minute together to find a good entry and exit point. Like, for example, go to the 45-minute chart, draw a line right here, then go back to the 15-minute chart and see, like, what happens. Like, at this point, like, does it bounce off this? Does it start to like bounce off this? So like, does it do something like this? Like, it's going up, it touches this, and then maybe it goes up a little bit, but then it just get rejected, or does it keep going up? If it just breaks right through this $2 price point, then the short squeeze is going to continue. Then you go to the daily chart and you see if like at least the same amount of volume or more volume came in, and then that the potential next price target could be $3.27. So be careful with the stock. We are definitely in the middle of a short squeeze. This could be day one of a short squeeze, and I'm showing you how to potentially take advantage of it. I'm also showing you exactly why we believe there is a short squeeze. This is the reason why. You can go take a look at this article, and please do your own research. Another thing to keep a note of is the short float. The short float is incredibly high, and as long as the short float stays that high, there's going to be massive pressure on the short sellers to cover the position, especially as the price keeps going up. So this could potentially get out of hand. Let me know in the comment section if you want more updates on the stock, and please give this video a like. Make sure you're subscribed to this channel. I usually try to bring you undervalued stocks on the channel. So if you're new to this video, please go to my channel page and click on any random video, and you'll see, like, from the time I bring you the stock, the stock rallies 100, 200%. And I go over exactly why I believe the stock is undervalued. And I want to reiterate one more time that I don't think this is an undervalued stock. I think this company actually sucks, but it's an interesting short-term play. So please give this video a like, and I will see you on the next video. Thank you for watching.